The 2-3 zone of Syracuse was on display in the second round of the NCAA tournament, and it looked very, very good. Welcome into the Sporting News Studios. I'm Tom Vandervoort, and we are breaking down each and every game of this year's tournament thanks to UPS and the UPS Team Performance Index. Today I'm talking with college basketball writer Ryan Fagan about the Syracuse-Cal matchup here on Saturday. And what do you think, Ryan? I mean, Syracuse on defense today against a pretty decent Montana team was just dominant.
It was shocking. It was stunning the way which Syracuse beat Montana. I mean, Montana's they're missing the leading scorer coming into the tournament. We knew that, but they still had Will Cherry, a guy who is probably going to collect a paycheck for a long, long time as a professional ball player, either in the NBA or overseas or in the D League. And the Orange just throttled the Grizzlies. They really did. Not a single Montana player scored more than 5 points. Not a single Montana player made more than 2 field goals. And that's just a stunning thing to see from a team that wound up in the NCAA tournament.
Now, Cal did beat UNLV, and obviously they were the lower seed in that game. But if I look down at their TPI numbers, their offense is actually one of the lowest rated in the tournament. So how are they going to score against Syracuse to make this game competitive?
Well, Cal can be hit or miss, and I think that's one of the things that's affected their numbers. When Alan Crabb is playing well, he was a Sporting News third-team All-American. When he's playing well, Cal can really click on offense, and they can have those games where they play well. I think the problem is when they have a poor game, and you're not going to see a whole lot of zones like Syracuse's zone, and that's a game that's a matchup you'd rather have in the first game of a weekend in the tournament instead of something you have to prepare for on a one-day turnaround. I think that's going to be the challenge, is figuring out quickly how to attack that Syracuse zone, because it can be done. I mean, Syracuse, lost 4 of its last 5 games during the regular season. So there are ways to get at that zone. The problem is Cal hasn't seen them, and they have to figure out very quickly how to do that.
So given where Syracuse is right now and what you saw from Cal, who do you see winning this game?
Well, I mean, it's hard to pick against Syracuse after that game. And also part of that, as I saw Syracuse play up at the Big East tournament in New York City last week, and the Orange looked very good with the exception of, obviously, the last 16 minutes of the game against Louisville on the championship tilt. The Orange played very well. They looked like they got a little bit of that confidence that had been lacking down the stretch. They got that back. So I expect Syracuse to wind up winning this game.
All right, there you go. We'll see what happens. Thanks, Ryan. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Tom.